Hey, it's Josh again, also known as the Ascended Saiyan on my PlayStation Network account. This is my new Just a Thought series where, depending on the length of the video, I'll spend roughly half of it talking about something in the news or something that I like to talk about or some subject that's hot right now, whatever that may be. Anyway, more to the point. Today we'll be talking about the U.S. school attack that happened not too long ago in Washington State. And there were 4 victims, I believe, total. Fourth one just died, I believe, yesterday. He's believed to be the cousin of the actual shooter. His name is Andrew Freiberg, 15 years old. And he'd been critically ill ever since October 24th. Now, the actual shooter, his name was Jalen Freiberg. It was at Marysville Pitchcock High School near Seattle in Washington, and he had opened fire with a handgun in a school cafeteria before he ended up shooting himself. Another cousin of the killer who was also injured. Another cousin of the killer, who was also injured, was released from the hospital Thursday, so about half a week ago, roughly. Anyway, the shooter, Jalen, sent some text messages to his friends to meet him for lunch. The police and other authorities say when he was at the table, once he was actually at his table in the cafeteria, he's opened fire with a Beretta handgun. Anyway, the family of Andrew Freiberg, his cousin, paid tribute to the support from the community after his death was announced on Friday and said they had been overwhelmed with the love and care since the shootings. There were also three other people that died as a result of the attack, 3 women. Gia Soriano, Zoe Galasso, and Shaylee Chuklanesic, I can't pronounce it, age 14, also died from the attack. The Freibergs themselves are considered a prominent Tulalip Indian Reservation family. They're considered fairly prominent. Jalen was considered to be very popular, outgoing prior to the attack, though messages he posted online before it happened suggested he had been broken by an unspecified event. One person at the school told the news agency that the attack was related to a fight over a girl. Who knows if that was actually the case. Now, apparently reports have emerged about the heroics of the teacher, Michael Silberberger, who ran on the scene and actually did everything he could to stop the attack. We don't know whether, people in general don't know if it's clear whether Freiberg had actually killed himself on purpose, or whether somehow in the struggle the gun had been fired by accident as the teacher and the student struggled with each other. That is the only real thing. There's not much other news other than that. Now, personally, what I think of this whole situation is, yes, I know one common subject in the news recently is even, like, example, school shootings. Oh, we shouldn't all have, like, the issue of whether guns should be allowed or not. That's not really what I'm saying this is about. Here are the facts. Several people got hurt. The kid had access to a gun. We don't know why he did it or what the actual reasons were. But regardless, the way I see it, I don't care what this kid's problems were. He shouldn't have, decided to shoot a bunch of people in school, because if the one pupil, as stated in some news articles that say Oh, it was involved with the fight over a girl. Dude, there's a bunch of other girls. There's no reason to shoot yourself or shoot other people about it. I don't care what other people did or what happened. You shouldn't bring guns to school and kill people. Anyway, and the whole situation about if the student shot himself, I mean, it's entirely possible, but who knows? Maybe, like they said, in that struggle between the teacher and the student, something happened and he ended up accidentally shooting himself, or the teacher was able to get the gun and shoot the kid somehow. Who knows? There was a struggle, kid died, end of story. In the end, school shootings are bad, and I don't care what your issues are at home. I don't care if someone's bullied you at school. I don't care if you lost a fight over a girl. You don't do that. And with the whole how the kid had access to a gun thing, yeah, I mean, it was kind of like, I don't know how he got it, but clearly, I bet his parents didn't know about it and he somehow stole it from his parents. Because I don't know anyone under the age of 18, or even in general, the kid's age, that should have even had a gun in the first place. Now, you can kind of put some blame on the parents if you think about it, due to, hey, I don't know, I don't totally know though if it was their gun. I'm just naturally assuming because I highlighted out the kid, like I said before, has his own gun. But regardless, some fault does in this situation does lie on the family. They basically gave the kid access to their own weapons, and he ended up killing some people because of it. But also, there should be blame put on other people. Some blame obviously mostly on the kid because he decided to make the mistake of stealing from his parents, most likely, killing people, and whatever the case may be, he thought it was best. Hey, I'm going to go to school and kill people. It's not right. And there should have been like some way, or someone should have noticed something up to that point, because pretty sure someone would have noticed a gun with this kid or something odd about it. Apparently this kid sounded like a golden child, golden boy, whatever you want to call it. Regardless, I feel like someone should have known, because granted, we don't need to put in like metal detectors and police officers everywhere. People should just use common sense. If there's anything I've learned growing up, like especially when I went through school, all that it ever took, I never thought of ever doing anything in school because A, nothing good would come of it. B, I try to show everyone kindness no matter what. And C, there's really no point in getting upset about anything like that. The whole point is this whole situation could have been avoided if the friends or whoever, if they noticed something odd, they should have said something. Like, hey man, you alright? Whatever. I mean, that happened to me all the time growing up. They'd be like, hey Josh, you okay man? You look upset. Granted, I was never going to be ever doing anything in the first place. It was just nice to have people say, hey man, you good? You look upset, or whatever. Or just people should keep an eye on each other. People are acting way differently than they should be. Like someone who's like really popular, whatever, just does stuff that he just doesn't normally do. People should question that. Not like, oh, whatever, it's probably nothing. That's how people get hurt, is accepting when people change their normal behaviors. That's when stuff usually happens. Because if someone's usually like absolutely quiet, keeps to themselves, and suddenly there's, oh, that's a bad example. If someone's like really friendly, then out of nowhere they're suddenly completely shut off, even if they're not thinking of hurting people, you should still ask that person, hey, are you alright? Usually you're pretty lively. The whole point is, look at changes around you. Make the observation if people are acting differently, so you can prevent stuff like this from happening. We don't need to take guns away from people. People in general just need to use common sense. If people are acting strangely or differently, you should check on it, be suspicious, not just let it go, or even even the school drama of what they think could have been, oh, it was a fight over a girl, or maybe the kid was picked on, or whatever the case may be. People should use their common sense and not let stuff like this happen. Look at their surroundings and try to prevent it. Granted, it's going to keep happening no matter what, but we can get it down to a minimum. That's what I have to say. This is probably a bad example for my first video. Eventually it's going to improve. I'm going to get an intro, some animation, some clips, or maybe pictures thrown in. But I just wanted to get this out there, get some practice for you guys. I don't expect, I've never had any subscribers. I've had a bare small handful of comments over the several years I've had my YouTube account. All I can say is comment if you want. Give me an idea of something to talk about, a subject, a news article, whatever it may be. It could be anything from what candies I think are good, or a subject like bullying, or some news story about like the whole thing with Ukraine and Russia. It doesn't matter. Comment whatever you think I could talk about. Doesn't matter. Because the first part of the video, like I said in the beginning of this video, is going to be me letting facts, what's happened, what people know, and the second half is just me either rambling about my own personal opinion or just basically giving points for my personal opinion. Anyway, I got nothing to say. That's it. I'll come up with something better for the next couple videos. All I can say is like, comment, subscribe if you want to. I really don't care. It's your choice. I'm just doing this for fun. Later, guys.